everyone, and welcome to this video. So on this particular video, I'm going to be sharing with you signs or things you can use to identify a very problematic business partner, a very stupid business partner. Now, as much as triggering the word stupid is going to be, it is best for me to use that in this particular video because it will help you to be able to avoid people like this. You don't really see it as a problem until you do business with these people and they fail you and it crash, or it becomes even worse. It can even turn to something that you both can fight about, all right, and it can escalate from there, maybe court, something like that. So why not save yourself from all these unnecessary things that I've just mentioned and be able to spot this kind of people from afar so that you can completely avoid them by all means, and you'll be learning that in this video. Hi, my name is Chamakan Tubisi, and on this channel I teach how to quadruple your finances and scale your business. So if any of this connects with you, if any of this resonates with you, feel free to hit the plus sign button and subscribe so you do not miss out. Okay, so let's go. Number one is lack of communication. So problematic partners always avoid tough conversation. They don't like to share information. They keep things to themselves. Even when there was a misunderstanding and there is maybe a quarrel that happened, all right, and they are still hurt by that event, they don't speak up. They don't say, oh, I am still hurt by this thing you did, or this other thing you did like this, I did not like it, or I brought my idea up and people turned it down. They don't talk. So but they carry that grudge, right, and they don't communicate. So when the communication is not there, or the person is preventing to open up, it's just one way to identify a problematic partner. It's a pure red flag, because you should be able to communicate on an open level. You should be able to share your thoughts, share your feeling. This is a business. So if one person is not happy, definitely it's going to affect the performance of the business as a whole. So everybody needs to be on the same level. Everybody needs to be open to communicate with one another. All right. So if the person lack communication, if the person is not someone who is open to talk, if the person is not someone who doesn't inform, he is not open to inform you of anything or any new updates, just cut that person off, or rather do not even do business with that person. All right. Number two is unreliable behavior. If your partner misses deadline, does not meet up to his or her commitments, break promises, then this person should not be someone you are doing business with, because it just shows that the person does not take that business as serious as you are taking it, and it will end up you be the one doing all the work. All right, you'll be the one doing all the work, and at the end of the day it's going to be overwhelming, and the business can still crash because you are the one doing all the work. There's a reason you need a partner for the business. So if the partner is not stable, if the partner is unreliable, you can't just count on this person to say, I'm going to show up, and then they show up. It's over. Forget about partnering with that person before it is too late. Number three is poor decision making. Problematic partners take decisions even without informing anyone. They take decisions based on their own impulse, based on their feeling, based on their emotion. They take decision even without doing research or calculating the risk, or even bringing it to the table for everybody to say, okay, is this the next thing you want to do, or is this the next decision you want to take? Is it a good idea or not? They don't bring it up. They just decide by themselves. So if it's someone who actually have a poor decision making skill, or if he's a poor decision making person, I don't think it is advisable to even partner with that person at all, because that person is going to end up making a whole lot of decisions that will end up becoming a lot of mistakes and setback in the business. All right. Okay. Number four is self-centered focus. When you see problematic partner. A problematic partner is always self-centered. They are focused on what they are going to gain personally instead of the business success. They are not open to sacrifice for the business, and also, they do things in their own personal favor. So irrespective of whatever it's going to be, if it doesn't favor them or if they don't benefit from it personally, they won't do it. So avoid those kind of people. Avoid doing business with those kind of people to save yourself stress. All right, because people like this can go further to even steal from the company's capital. All right, so when everybody's putting in efforts to make sure that the company is moving, they are stealing, and it reduces the growth. Some people barely even scale some like activities like that. Some businesses crash to the bottom, and then the businesses that manages to survive have to either fish out that person or find out that person or actually change that person for them to be able to move to the next level. Because when you have people like that, they can easily steal money. They can do undo. Honestly, they can even pitch out your ideas to your opponents just because of whatever personal offer that's been dropped on their table. They can trade the business off any day, anytime. Number 5 is no accountability. They literally blame others for whatever failure or mistake that happen in the business. They dodge responsibilities, and they are not always ready to make sacrifices. All right, so avoid those kind of business partner. Business is going to be a tough journey, and you need people who can actually be responsible. You need people who can actually make mistake and account and say, okay, yes, this mistake came from me and I will not make it again. All right, but the moment you find someone who does the opposite, then cut that person off before you even start to go too much or too far with those kind of people. Number 6 is lack of expertise. Problematic partners or stupid partners always lie to sell themselves that, oh, they are good in this so thing, or they are good in these skills. And then when you want to now partner with them, you begin to realize that, oh, this person is not even good in this thing they are saying that they are good at, which actually make people to feel like, oh, they have to compensate with their shortcomings. So you should be able to ask questions that you can actually ask these people so that you can fish that thing out. Like you can fish this kind of lack of expertise out from that partner, because a problematic partner is not going to come out and say, I'm problematic. No, you should be able to fish them out. So you need to ask expert based question. You need to go deeper to make sure that this person is the right person to work with. All right, number 7 is disrespectful attitude. So problematic or stupid business partners, they are easily disrespectful. All right, they create a toxic environment. They dismiss people's idea in a bad way, and this can lead to a whole lot of things, because when in a business, when the workers or the team members are not in a healthy relationship with each other, it makes the business shake. Because if I'm not talking to this person, I'm not talking to this person and this one, they are fighting, it won't work. You need a healthy environment, a healthy team to be able to build a business. All right, and then if it is not being controlled, it actually leads to having issues with people you would want to, like other business owners you want to collaborate with, or even clients or even customers. It can expand to that. So once you are able to fish out the disrespectful attitude, either talk to them about it, and if they refuse to change, actually drop them off. It's not worth it at all. Number 8 is financial irresponsibility. They mismanage funds. They hide their money when it comes to time for investing for the business to scale. They can lie to avoid bills, like, because there are sometimes that if you're, especially when you're building your business from scratch, or you're building a business from scratch with a team, there are sometimes where investing money comes in maybe probably on advertising, probably on creating a flyer or something else, but it just involves money. That person ends up lying that they don't have, or they end up trying to find a way to even steal from what the whole team members are going to gather or contribute. All right, and they make careless financial decision. They make careless they can even get an item or a product that is not needed in the company, but probably because they like it or so it's not needed, but they can get it. That's how careless they can be. They will get it and say, oh, we might need it in the future, but you know that at the moment it's not even needed. Now the last but not the least, which is number 9, all right, is dishonesty. Dishonesty and stealing. I know I've mentioned stealing multiple times as I was doing my explanation, but I have to call it out separately to talk about it, because when you have a partner that is dishonest, that's a partner that lies, that cannot tell you the truth, it is a problem. And then when you have a partner that steals from you, it is a bigger problem, because all in total it's going to lead to corruption. Because most times these people that steal from the business, they don't just steal by themselves. They are going to have maybe workers that they can communicate with to steal together with them. This will lead to bigger corruption, because now this worker is going to be doing that thing based on the fact that, okay, this person, one of the business partners, already said I should do this thing and I will get compensated for it, or I will get rewarded for doing something like this. All right, so you need to be able to identify a partner that is dishonest and a partner that steals. One way to do that is listening to them more, their conversation, like their day-to-day conversation. They can lie and forget that they lied. All right, and you need to be able to open your eye towards that, because they change words multiple times. And then it is very, very dangerous to have someone who steals, or who just like to steal, because it's going to cripple the economy of that particular business. It will barely grow. Even at the point where you are struggling to fund more, they are also struggling harder to steal more. So these are the things you should look out for you to be able to fish out and avoid problematic, stupid business partner. It's not worth it. And when you confront them and you discuss, or like you discuss the things you have, you know, you discuss things you have actually like seen in their character, in their attitude, or in their behavior, like for them to be able to correct it or be self-aware and work on it, and they refuse to get rid of them, because it will not lead you to anywhere. In fact, they will end up messing your business for you, or even messing the business you both are trying to build together. Get rid of them. So watch out for these signs to be able to avoid costly partnership, a partnership that you end up regretting for the rest of your life, right? Do well to share this video to people you know, especially people who run businesses and are looking to collaborate or partner with other persons, all right, so that they can, be learned and be self-aware of these things and be able to fish these things out immediately they find it in their partners, in their business partners. All right, and also share your thoughts on what you think about this video in the comment section. See you in the next one. Thank you.